I'm changing up the style of these daily videos, guys, so let me know what you think about that in the comments below. But other than that, let's get into today's video, and I want to talk about why if you build it, they will come. Now, a thing that people really tend to struggle with a lot is when they start building something or when they start working on a project, and even if they've been working for a while, they tend to not see the type of response or feedback that they want. They don't get the level of interaction that they're really looking for. They're not really getting a response from people around them. Maybe people around them are giving them negative feedback, and therefore it can be very, very discouraging to continue to do what you are doing. It can be very disappointing when people around you do not acknowledge you for what you're trying to accomplish. It can be extremely challenging when the closest people to you really just don't understand what you're doing, or they aren't into it, they don't think highly about it, they don't think that you should be doing it. It can be really, really hard to continue to move where you want to go, where you want to be, when all of that is circulating around you. But the real trick is simply to build it, and they will come. When you really put all of your attention into something, when you put your heart and your soul and you pour in all of your mind and you completely concentrate yourself on one thing, when you dedicate yourself fully, it's amazing. The level of results that you can achieve is absolutely incredible, and my whole life is pretty much testimony to that, because I decided I wanted to get something, and so I just went for it every single day, day after day, and I continue to go for it now, and it continues to work. It really is the best approach if you want to have some massive success in your life, to simply build it, to simply concentrate on the building and not to worry too much about what's going on around you. Because the thing is, there's always going to be bad circumstances, there's always somebody who has it worse than you, there's always people in the world that are suffering more, that have more difficult circumstances, and that have even made more happen than you have. So what you need to think about is not that, and nor do you need to think about what people around you think about you. And if you're not getting the feedback or the response, or you're not getting a following for what you're trying to do, whether it be your art, whether it be your work, your passion, your business, you can't seem to market it, you can't seem to get a target audience, you can't seem to really get the word out there, maybe people aren't buying from you, whatever your problem is, the real attention, the real focus, I think, really needs to go towards what the thing itself is, the main point. You gotta keep the main thing, right? Instead of getting distracted and thinking, okay, well, people aren't responding the way that I want them to, so now I'm gonna try to make them respond differently. It's really a big mistake. You can't control that. You can't control how people respond. You can influence, but the way to influence is to simply build and work on what you're doing, and to pour your heart and soul into it, to fully build it. Then they will come. Not half build it, not kind of build it, not build it for a little while, and then if they don't come, give up. Continue to build it until people recognize you for it. That's really the key, because you will not be recognized in the beginning. Big surprise, you will not be recognized unless you're a really rare case, unless you are some kind of special unicorn breed, which is highly unlikely, by the way. Everyone thinks that they're that person, but you're probably not. So instead, what you should focus on is simply staying consistent, simply continuing to build, and then they will come, and to forget about what the outcome right now is, and to forget about, am I getting validated for this? Because a lot of the time, that's the biggest issue. We try to chase that validation, we want people to approve of us, and ultimately that's our downfall. That's our downfall, because as you're trying to chase that validation, you're giving up your creative spark, you're giving up your real power, and instead of focusing on the right thing, you get distracted, you get carried away, you start chasing that thing, you don't get it, and you give up completely. I don't want you to be that person. Whatever it is that you're doing right now, whatever it is that you want to make happen, I want you to put all of you into it. Absolutely all of you. Every single last drop, okay? Don't hold anything back, because ultimately, that's what's required in today's world with the level of competition. If you want to make something happen, if you want to be recognized with somebody that has extraordinary skills, someone that has something extraordinary to offer, you need to start acting extraordinary. You need to become extraordinary, and thereby you will be rewarded with extraordinary things. It's not that much more complicated than that, and you don't need to complicate it anymore for yourself. Simply build it, and they will come. Simple. Everybody needs a community to be a part of, a group of like-minded individuals that are crushing it in life and pushing for their dreams. This is exactly what our group is all about. If you'd like to become part of this amazing community, click the first link in the description, follow the steps explained in that video, and you can be joining us in no time. I highly recommend you take action on this now. Don't wait, don't hesitate, don't procrastinate, hit the link, watch the video and go through the very quick and simple process, and I hope to hear from you soon.